Hey guys, Frightener22 here, back again with my third theatrical movie review for this weekend alone. I said that I was going to be coming back with more and more movie reviews, and I've really stuck to my word this time because you guys have not only gotten one, two, but three theatrical movie reviews in one weekend. I'm pretty awesome. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that, just for the record. But all jokes aside, guys, I ended off this weekend catching a film that I've been dying to see for a while. It was playing in limited theaters for a pretty long time. It's a film that actually came out in 2012, but it was kind of just playing the major cities, but it's kind of slowly but surely made its way to bigger markets. And just within the last week or two, it's kind of come to the local theaters around me, which is perfect. So finally today I got around to seeing it, so I'm going to be reviewing The Place Beyond the Pines for you guys. This film was directed by Derek Cianfrance, who I just have grown to love so much based on his one work from 3 years ago now, Blue Valentine. It was one of my favorite films from 2010. Just incredible, incredible performances from Ryan Gosling and Michelle Williams in that. The story was just beyond amazing. I mean, I loved it. I know a lot of people that didn't really like it just because it was such a heavy, a bit darker at times, and just a really heavy movie that kind of resulted in a bit of a downer, but that's what I really loved about it. I mean, Derek Cianfrance really got these really authentic performances from these great actors and told a really true, compelling story about real life. And, it comes across so much in that film, but even more in his latest film, The Place Beyond the Pines, which once again reteams him with his co-star from Blue Valentine, Ryan Gosling. But this time he's joined by the likes of Mendes, as well as Bradley Cooper and Rose Byrne. In this film, Ryan Gosling plays a motorcycle stunt biker who finds out that he has a newborn son from his sometimes girlfriend, who's played by Eva Mendes in this film. So finally coming to terms that he has this newborn son, he wants to do what any dad should do and provide for the son. But unfortunately, he turns to bank robbing to do that, and through a series of events and circumstances, things just kind of land him in hot water, and that's where a lot of heavy drama and a lot of heavy consequences befall on all the characters in this film. Like I said, just comparing this again to Blue Valentine, this is a film that has to deal with a lot of real heavy issues, real life issues amongst people and personalities and relationships, and it's just heavy, heavy drama. It's a really intense film, booted by a pretty epic runtime. It's over 2 hours long. It's about 141 minutes. But I mean, it's not that it's an epic film in the budget or the locations or what have you. It's just an epic story in itself. Just the basically what the characters are going through and the story unraveling, and of course the time period that it basically takes up, because this film kind of covers a range of about 15 years following these characters throughout the events, and it's told just so beautifully and so magnificently. I mean, everybody in this film did exactly what they needed to do and more. I mean, everybody was just on their A game. I mean, people like Eva Mendes, who, she's not really an actress that comes to mind that you would think, oh, wow, she's really going to knock me over in so many movies that she's been in, because I just don't think that a lot of the films that she's appeared in have given her that opportunity. But The Place Beyond the Pines really allows her to shine in her role, and she's just surrounded by a wealth of incredible talent. I mean, Ryan Gosling, I know I mentioned this yesterday in my Oblivion review with Tom Cruise, but he's another young actor that I feel is one, if not the best actor of our generation. I mean, the guy just consistently picks the most interesting film roles and the really up-and-coming interesting directors to work with. I mean, in the last 7 to 8 years, I mean, I can think of maybe 2 films of his that have been subpar, but everything else have been great to phenomenal. And The Place Beyond the Pines gives him another, coveted role where he can really embellish and kind of, perfect his great acting abilities, because he's wonderful in this. And again, Bradley Cooper is another guy that surprised the hell out of me in this. I mean, Bradley Cooper is truly morphing into a real chameleon when it comes to acting. I mean, a lot of people, he started off in films like The Wedding Crashers, and he's still loyal to the Hangover movies because he's going to be appearing in The Hangover 3 this summer, but he's been really surprising people with all these dramatic turns and things, like The Place Beyond the Pines, as well as Silver Linings Playbook. He's been getting a lot of Oscar buzz, and he's a great fucking actor, and he's terrific in this. Rose Byrne plays his wife in this. It's a very small role, but she does what she has to do in this. They're also rounded out by Ray Liotta in another small supporting role, but again, I mean, he's used so perfectly in what he's doing there. It's a wonderful film, and I don't really want to get too deep into, the heavy consequences and the heavy, events that unfold on these characters due to the decisions that they make, because it's something that you just kind of need to experience in real time. But take it from me, I mean, it's a phenomenal movie, and I mean, your heart's kind of racing for these characters, because it's very, it's heavy drama going on here. I mean, in life is not black and white. Life is kind of in that very vague, gray area, and that's exactly what Blue Valentine was, and even more to an extent, The Place Beyond the Pines is. I mean, it's just, everything that's going on in this is not black and white. Every event that happens, you're kind of looking at it from so many different angles, because that's just how certain events strike us in everyday life. And I think Derek Cianfrance captures that so remarkably and just so beautifully in his work that I honestly can't wait to see his next film, because he has such a great raw talent that he's bringing to the filmmaking table, and it's fantastic, and it just pours over into the performances from these great actors. I mean, everybody is just stellar in this, and I really hope that, considering the release time that it's gotten, I mean, it's really late, in the season, but I just hope that it doesn't, a film like this with all these great performances and great direction, it doesn't get lost in the shuffle come Oscar season, because this is a film that absolutely should be touted during the Oscar season, because it's just really remarkable. Great storytelling, great direction, and above all, great performances from its characters. So if you guys are looking for a very heavy, epic drama in scope and, just kind of anchored through with the great performances from these people, then you definitely have to get to the theaters and check out The Place Beyond the Pines, because it's a wonderful film. It's really remarkable, and if you're a fan of Gosling and Cianfrance's original teaming in Blue Valentine, then I think you're really going to dig The Place Beyond the Pines, because it's definitely in the same mentality and themes that Blue Valentine was built on, but it's, The Place Beyond the Pines is its own unique thing, but it's a remarkable film. It's really terrific, so I really encourage you guys to check out and support The Place Beyond the Pines. Frightener22 definitely gives it his seal of approval. Well, guys, that's all I got for you this time, but be sure to tune into me again with another movie review, and always keep your eyes peeled for those DVD and Blu-ray updates that should be following within the next 2 to 3 weeks. So until then, guys, I'll catch you in a future video. This has been Frightener22.